Morning, guys. I've always got a frog in my throat, haven't I? It's all that vaping. All that vaping I do. It's not good for me, is it? I've just took Cece out for a walk anyway, 1 minute. And just doing her breakfast. It's my second cup of coffee. And I took her out. It was just the daylight was just coming up when we went out. And I tell you what I love about her in the morning after she's been in her pen for the night, because we know she sleeps in her pen, don't we? And she's a fast walker of a morning. She wants to stretch her legs, shall we say. And she runs and walks really fast. She's on a long lead and she waggles her bum and her bum's going like this. Woo! And you know what? It's the best thing of a morning ever that you could do. I love watching. It's because the sun's out, the daylight's just coming in, and I love watching it get light and then see the clouds in the sky. But I love even more Cece's little bum waggling, and she goes really, really fast walking. It just makes me smile and it's nice. So day 2 of the Don't Eat All the Crap You Need challenge. And if you're on it with me, day 2 for you, or maybe day 1, who knows? But last night was hard after I'd eaten my tea, and I didn't have, just get a oil, hold on. I didn't have much of a window to, think about food, because I managed to get to bed for 8:20, so I thought that was good. Normally I've had my pyjamas on and everything by then, but I didn't. I stayed dressed, and then I got myself ready when I went to bed, brushed my teeth and all that jazz. So it's day 2 today. As I say, I did struggle a bit last night with the food noise. Not as much, but was that me mind psychologically, or was it these? So I'm going to put another one on today. Apparently they're only supposed to last 8 hours. I can't remember for the life of me what time I put it on yesterday, but I did have a late shower, didn't I? So what time was my shower booked in? About 1:30, but it was late, wasn't I? So I'm going to follow me book today of me structure, putting things into slots, what I'm going to do, and see how it goes. So I'm going to give Cece this. She gets the tablets in her for her itchy coos. Finish my coffee, and I'll be out the door in half an hour. So get her pen ready, and then I'm good to go. So I'll see you in a bit. I'll be back on after work. All right, bye. So I'm at the bus stop. I was just thinking, walking up, normally on me watch I'd have it set for a walk. It takes me 12 minutes. Just checking if the bus is coming to walk to the bus stop. And I just thought, how much pressure do we put on ourselves? Do you know what I mean? Got to record a 12-minute walk, and even though I want to be slim, and I know I've had this difficult time where I'm overeating, it's made me realise that we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves, don't we? Sorry if I'm looking away, just keep checking if the bus is coming. It's not right, is it? So it was quite nice this morning not to have me rings on my watch to tell me record outdoor walk. Do you get me? Anyway, just a little thought for us all. Oh, little girlie. And there's the sun. And Cece's refusing to walk. Come on, Cece. Can't get her to go, watch. Oh, she might come now. Come on. She's so stubborn. Come on, Cece. Come on, Cece, go. She's very stubborn. Come on. It's gone lovely now. The rain's all stopped. I was expecting a rainbow, to be fair, but it wasn't to be. Right, so gonna have to try and get Tillyman to budger also, aren't I? Yeah. Tea's much the same, because I haven't got it in me to cook anything. I think that's what I've realised, where I've gone wrong. It's only Monday, and I'm knackered. And I only done a half day in work. I've done 6 hours. My normal shift's 8 hours. So I'm like, I'm tired. And I was trying to explain. My boss asked me how I was today, and I said, you know, I've done this plan thing. People just don't get it. It's like, and I said to her at the end of it, I said, right, I'm going to stop talking about it now. I said, and in the future, I said that to someone else as well. I'll always talk on here because you listen to me. I'll always listen to you if you want me to listen to you as well. But you know, when someone's switched off, and that's fair dues, I get that. But she did ask me how I was. Anyway, I said, you know, she was like, well, you know, it could take a good few years for you to get over this. And I felt like saying, I didn't think of it at the time. You know, when I'm thinking about it in retrospect, it's like, I had this before. Do you know when you're just like, you're not, it's not tiredness, it's my legs feel like 2 pieces of lead after I've been up for a couple of hours. My body's like, I'm pulling it along. I'm in the kitchen, I've not done a lot today, and I'm putting the pears in the fridge instead of the pineapple. Do you know what I mean? Making stupid mistakes. And I know people say, oh, it's your age. You know, it's not. I'm 55. I'm not, you know, and even if there's people who's 85 have got really sharp brains and sharp minds, I know what it is. So I said to her after today, I said, you know, we're just going to presume I'm the same and get better, unless I get better, because I don't want to talk about it anymore, because I don't. You know, talking to people and they just switch off, or they say, oh no, I'm tired too. And I get that completely, but I'm sick of the sound of my own voice speaking to people that aren't really interested. They're just asking me how I am because they have to, or because that's what people say. When I ask someone how they are, it's because I'm genuinely interested, not because I'm just saying it. But anyway, she's a lovely woman, don't get me wrong, I'm not having a go at her, but you know, you're just like a little bit pissed off. You know, so anyway, but I've realised that what I'm doing is I'm not prepping, and I think that's why I started with my overeating, because I'm coming in, I'm too knackered to cook. And then, so I'll normally have this, and then I'll have a bag of crisp butty, and then I'll have like a protein bar, which, you know, I think, well, I'm getting me stuff in, but I'm not getting my nutrients in, am I? So I'm not sustaining what my body needs. So, but I'm having this tonight because it's all I can be hoof cooking, and I'm going to try and plan better. But I've got a little bit extra on my fruits. So I've got some pineapple and some pears and some dates and some prunes. So, yeah, but you know, and you're just like, sometimes it can feel a little bit lonely when you're just thinking, I'm not expecting you to understand, but please don't tell me that I'm going to get better, because I know people are only trying to make it right, but it doesn't help. Do you know what I mean? So I've walked, see, the time is, I followed my plan today. I didn't have much of a big one. 8:30. It's not 8:30, it's 4:30. Oh, bloody hell, what's to become of me, guys? What's to become of me? So I've got to write tomorrow's plan. Pardon me. And then I've done Cece's walk. It's dependent on tiredness, bit of exercise. That ain't gonna happen. Do my little YouTube. It doesn't have, you know, I was saying to her today, I've started my YouTube again, but sat down, and, you know, she was like, she just, yeah, there you go. But lovely lady, but I lost interest with her after the first 30 seconds, I think, but that's life, isn't it? So yeah, so I'm just gonna have this bit of tea, still do my face mask, do my plan for tomorrow, and then I think Wednesday, I think I've got the vet for Cece. Have I, or Thursday? She's got to have a kennel cough. Wednesday I'm going to go and see my daughter, but I'm going to see how I feel. But what I am going to try and do is plan some meals ahead, because I do think, because I haven't got the food in, and I haven't got it in me to cook, that's why I stopped doing my YouTube videos, because it's just too much for me. That I'm just kidding myself. I can't just live on that, can I? And I will eventually get up and get some crisps and bread. I haven't got any bread in, but I've got a couple of batches and a chocolate bar because I can't sustain myself on that. It leads to unhealthy habits. So yeah, but I think it's just a lot to come to terms with for myself as well, isn't it? And I think now when people ask me how I am, I'm just going to say I'm okay. Something I need to work on, isn't it? So I'm going to finish this. I'll probably pop back on in a bit. And I hope you're all alright and you're having a good day. Life's just a bit shit sometimes, isn't it? And we try to stay positive, but sometimes it's hard, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, it's not just tiredness, it's aching and everything's just not how it used to be. And I'm only 55, and before I got this, I was even though I was a bigger girl, I was 14.5 stone. I was always very active. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'll speak to you later. Thanks for listening. I'm back. On a footnote to that, I think sometimes, I know in life, I have this expectation that everyone's like me and they're not. I think, you know, and I see it more and more. I don't know whether it's because of what's happened to me. Like, I have conversations with people and you can see that they're not listening. They're just waiting for what they're going to say. And someone actually said that to me the other week. I interrupt you because if I don't, I'll forget what I want to say to you, or you shouldn't be interrupting anyway, and you shouldn't be forgetting because you should be listening. But so I think, you know, and I don't get angry about it. I used to. I just accepted that that's how people are. But I do learn from it. Do you know, whereas before I didn't. I just think, how rude. Do you know what I mean? And I just think, I know who's interested and who's not interested, who's paying me lip service and who's not. Do you know what I mean? And that's fine. I've had to learn that more so over the past 12 months. And that's okay because I've got loads of good people around me, you know, that do actually listen to me. I've got a really good friend, Kelly, and a good friend, Kay. That's just, you know, if I went to see my friend Beryl, didn't I, on Friday, who've not seen for a long time. But yeah, yeah, it's a bit disappointing sometimes, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? When you just have to see people for what they are because you think, you know, don't expect anything from it because they haven't got it to give, not because they're a mean or nasty person, just because that part of them, they haven't got it in them, have they? Anyway, I'm going to finish my tea. I'm back again. And do you know what else? My cooker's knackered. I've had it years. I got it second hand. It was given to me, which I'm very grateful for. But it's on its way out. The oven just goes out all the time. I've been saying since I got my parcel, I wanted a new cooker. I was going to treat myself. I don't know about anyone else. I mean, I'm great spending £2, £3, £4 in a charity shop. Big purchases. I'm alright if someone else needs it, but I think for myself, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can spend that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and buy myself a new cooker. I go to this little shop on Grange Road. It's an independent business. It's been there since, gosh, I was 18, maybe. Certainly there when Jordan was born, and I had him when I was 21, and I'm just like, I'm 55 now, so, and they're lovely. And anything goes wrong, you can just ring up and like, hold on, before we come out, have you tried this, have you tried that, because you get a call out charge, and I like that. I like that you get the personal touch, don't you? So I'm going to go tomorrow after work. I've got something to do tomorrow after work. I'm going to get little treatments on my face. So I can't do that, can I? I might ask Abigail on Wednesday to take me, because I'm seeing Abby on Wednesday. She's got the brum, hasn't she? Yeah, I don't want to wipe myself out, you see. So, but I'm going to get myself that cooker, because that's another thing that puts me off. I wanted, what's them ones that you have to have the special pans for? A convection cooker. Excuse me. It's nice, and I deserve it. I've worked hard for me, you know, me bit of money that I've got. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. See, I just love sitting here talking to you because it all comes together. Because you're good listeners. Back again. I'm having loads of epiphanies tonight, aren't I? See, this is why I like to come on, because I can just talk. Here's the back. You know what? And the thing is, this is another thing. Before I had this bloody dilly-dalliance that's affected my life, I would sit there and listen to people. She's all wet, but I haven't dried her, so it's my own fault. It's only a bit of rain, isn't it? I would sit there and listen to people till the cows come home. I had always had good listening ears, and I never used to get drained by it. Sometimes my social battery, you'd think, to give them a wide berth for a couple of days, do you know what I mean? And people always said, oh, you make a good counsellor, Janine. And I never wanted to be a counsellor, but I always had the time to listen, because I just thought, oh, that person's a bit down. How would I feel if it was me, And I think that's the realisation, isn't it? That now, because I'm so bloody knackered all the time, my brain's like, is that a big kiss for mummy? Oh, she beautiful. We're having a chat. We're having a chat to our friends. See, coming in. What's your 2 pennies worth? What's your 2 pennies worth? What do you think? She says, I don't know, Mum. I don't know. We're having a chat. And yeah, when I had the space in my brain, you know, and I could add 2 and 2 without becoming 5, I had that in me. And I used to do it all the time. It didn't bother me, and I'd sit there and think, oh God, you know, and I'd, you know, help people. She needs a little dry here. I'm neglecting it. Don't call the PTSA now, will you? Is that the Cat Society? No, it's not, is it? She's all right. And I used to have that, and I think maybe that's a little bit of me feeling a little bit guilty that, you know, sometimes people now, I just haven't got it in me, like in work, helping people. I'd always help people get up off my desk, bum, round, you know, spit out what they needed. But now I can't do it because that's energy I don't have, and I'm using up that I'll need later, because when I get home to me, there's only me. And I know my daughter says, and loads of my friends, you know, like, oh, you need help. But I'm a very proud person, do you know what I mean? And I might look 21, but I'm 55. And I think that's the thing as well, that, you know, now I haven't got that in me. So that's, I think, why I see more and have to get the measure of people quite quickly. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because before I would think, well, you know, they deserve for me to listen to them, and I never noticed that they weren't listening to me because I was too busy listening to them. But now I see it more, and I think, well, it's okay not to be there 100% for people 100% of the time, because, you know, we get times in our life like I have now where I just can't listen to you anymore. I can listen, but not as much as I used to. And maybe that's what those people are like. They just haven't got it in them to listen. So maybe I've become one of them. Do you know what I mean? Isn't she lovely, eh? Thank God I've got her. You were naughty on your walk though, weren't you? Eh? Yes. Tell them. Do one more for Mum, would you? Naughty girl. If it had brought her in, if it had come in and brought her straight out, she'd have walked, because she hasn't been to stretch her legs with being in a little pen all day. Pardon me, but because she had time to actually, pardon me, buzz about, she's like that. Take me time, Mum. Have a morning. She goes hell for leather because she's been in her pen asleep all night. But yeah, so yeah, does that make sense? So it's like funny. Oh no, you can't have chocolate. Me bells, me food and that makes you sick. But yeah, and I don't feel as bad about it because I realise that them people are just giving as much as they can give. They're not doing it to be nasty. And just like now, I'm only giving what I can give, and by me not helping or, you know, being what people would be calling a counsellor to everyone, like people on the bus a lot, I'm just giving what I can give, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that makes sense. I'm rambling tonight, aren't I? So I wanted to say before I go, I did that, the weightless patch today. Do you know what? I don't know whether it's helped or whether it hasn't, but I've certainly had less food noise. I mean, in work, I don't think about food because I'm not busy just, you know, getting my head down. and I just don't think about it. It's of a night when it's like, it gets me, but that's because I've started with bad habits. So I've opened that channel in my brain again, the sugar channel. But yeah, what else was I going to say? Now, I know people say to me, oh, boo-boo, Abigail, my daughter, she says, well, why don't you batch cook, Mum? I don't want to batch cook. Because she did say to me, well, what about them Wiltshire foods? I said, come on. You know, to the day cut now, I'm not knocking them for anyone that has them, but I don't want to batch cook. I don't want to see 7 days in advance what's in my freezer and get a meal out every night and ding it. No, I don't want to do that. And I know people will say, well, you're being defiant, Janine. Well, I am defiant. I was born defiant. So I will find a way in my head, and I will come to get it where my life is planned out a bit better. And I've started that by doing me write me plans each day in my book, what I'm going to do. And I will get there, but I don't want to batch cook. So I think for today, that is it. I did whiten my teeth, can you tell? I think they do look a bit whiter. I didn't do it before and after. Stick these plastic purple things on for half an hour. So I did that when I come in, for me sitting there for half an hour, for me having my little rest from work. But that's it. I'm having a Coke Zero. I'm going to get me slap off, do my face mask thing. I'll show you that another time. I'm going for a treatment tomorrow. I can't remember which one it is, but I'm sure I'll tell you about it tomorrow. And I'm going to get my pyjamas on and put my feet up and have a nice rest. There's no more jobs on the list for tonight. Exercising I ain't going to do. And that's fine. That's okay. Because I've got tomorrow in work. So I need to be ready now. It's funny because I've been back in work. I think this is my 5th week, and I'm exhausted. I really, really am. Now, I didn't have this 5 weeks ago because I wasn't working. I was off on sick, wasn't I? But so it's the next stage, isn't it? And we're always moving forward, aren't we? Staying in the present moment, but looking forward for things that we can change. And I need to think about something in my cooking. I wanted to say to the lady who said to me yesterday as well, welcome back, Janine. Angela, her name is. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me, you know. Because I might come on looking daft as a brush, because I am daft as a brush. But sometimes it's hard to post these videos. Do you know what I mean? Because I think, is it like, you know, not me ego, because I think I'm great, but me ego's a bit like, oh, what if I don't get one view? And then I have to remind myself why I'm doing it. And I know I've got a little few followers. So it's like a double-edged sword, isn't it? I'm coming on for my mental health, but I have to be mindful and tell myself that even if I don't get any views on a post, my mental health is better for posting, for coming on and talking. So yeah, but Angela said, you know, welcome back. It's nice to see you looking so positive. And that was lovely, and it really, really lifted me up. And we all need that in life, don't we? You know, we need people, don't we? We need our pets as well, even if it's just a goldfish. But yeah, so I'm always grateful, and I really mean that for you, you know, just anyone that watches, and I hope I can help someone. And maybe that's what it's about, the fact that I can't be out there now and, you know, running, and like if anyone had a dilemma, I'd be on the bus, you know, I would always be there. I'd always go. It's like I had boundless energy. Like, that's what people don't get. They're like, oh, well, I get tired. I'm like, for fuck's sake, it's fucking not tiredness. But it's like, yeah, so I am so grateful to be able to do this and have this, like, chat with people, you know, even if it was just Angela, and I don't say just as in Angela's a just. I mean, do you know, because it doesn't half help me, and that's why I'm back here again, in my chair, sitting down, being honest. I'll do my teeth whitening again tomorrow, but I do think they look a bit shinier. Yeah, and yeah, you know, no chocolate bars tonight, no crisps, and we'll have another chat again tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching my videos. I do appreciate it. I hope you like me rolled hair. That's because I got wet in the rain, so just like to put that roller in. I look like the Grinch. Them people off the Grinch, don't I? Anyway, good night, guys. Have a lovely, lovely evening, or morning, or afternoon, if you're watching this. Take care. Look after yourself. Be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself and love yourself. See? You should know that like that off the back of my hand. But I always remember, and don't forget to give yourself a big hug. Alright? Bye-bye. And I forgot to take a picture of me tea, but it was the same as it was last night. Good night, guys.